is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at Ablesys. Welcome to the webinar. Be glad to go over the charts for you here and take a look at the latest April trend signals and results. And it's been working really well, especially the past month or so. We're getting some really terrific feedback from serious April trend traders who take all the trades, follow the rules, and keep it simple. But either way, I mean, even if you're picking up a little pieces of it, great, good, that'd be great. So let's jump in, and as you know, we always use 2 time frames together, never one. That gives Gable Trend the big advantage that we've got to have 2 time frames agree, as well as 3 different Able Trend indicators before it's an official trade. And that's what keeps us out of a lot of trouble. Keeps us out of choppy markets most of the time, not always, because I'll guarantee you they'll be losing trades. There's no perfect system, and I'm not ever going to mislead anybody or paint any unrealistic expectations. But it's just been a really good couple of weeks now, especially for intraday traders who, again, follow the signals strictly, put their emotions aside, and just very robotically take the trades. And let's jump in and see. So I've got a daily, weekly stock chart up here because Able Trend works just as well for the long-term trades as it does for day trading. You can use daily and weekly charts. I even like to use weekly, monthly charts for really long-term trading on like ETFs and in retirement accounts and all. That's why you don't have to watch it every day. You can just let it roll. And this is a daily, weekly chart combination of Starbucks. Now, a lot of people say, well, how can I find these new trades, these new signals? Because, obviously there's a lot of money here to be made using Able Trend signals, because the buy signal comes in right here, about a month ago right here. Anybody with Able Trend, and if they had the win tick report, would have been on the list of the new buys on that day. So the win tick report says to get in at 79 a month ago. We're at 87, still in the trade. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X. And you say, well, the X is a couple bars before. Well, yeah, it's a weekly X. It only comes in once a week. These are daily bars and weekly X's, meaning this is weekly support here. It means you're in an uptrend. Why? The color is blue. Blue bar, blue small dot, blue big dot. The first time they all agree right there. That's where we're going to buy a call or buy shares, and doing very nicely on the trade. Stop loss goes just a little bit under, a few pennies under this small blue dot, because the blue dot is support. It stops or blocks the price from going any further lower than that dot, just like it did right here and over here. And we put those dots 4 days before that even happened. That's some really valuable information and very helpful. They say, where's the stop now? Well, the stop would be here. This blue dot is slightly lower than these 2 dots. So always go to the second level of dots under the price. So it's about 85. We can't lose. In fact, we got in at 79. We have to make $6 a share. That's the worst we can do. That's a really nice feeling when you're playing with house money. A really nice buy signal came in back here. The Able Trend traders who had this offer back in March, you got a really good signal there too. Again, another good one here at about 72, and then we'd be out here at about 76. Here, this is a classic no trade zone. That's a no trade zone right here. That's the reason we put the 2 time frames together. You've got red dots above, you've got blue X's below. Any mix of red and blue at the same time means stay away. It's too risky to take that trade. Able Trend only wants low risk trades because we want the least amount of losing trades as possible. So that's a classic no trade zone. And then, of course, we're back in right here. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X, triple confirmation. At the close of that price bar, or the open the next day, we're long. We're still in the trade today. Very nice trade right there. If you like a little slightly shorter time frame, if you're able to check it 4 times a day, this is Twitter on a swing trade chart. I like a 2-hour and a daily combination. 120 minutes, which is 2 hours, and daily. That's a nice combination for swing trades. You're going to be in a trade for a couple days, maybe a week or so at a time. This black dotted line, all these, that's a new day. That's a start of every day. So from in between the lines is the trading for that day. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X comes in, but we've got to wait for the end of the day for that X to be official. Because once the bar is open, it can change until the end of that day. For a daily bar, for a 1 minute bar, it's final after every 1 minute. Never ever will it change. No cheating going on over here. So we went long over here on Twitter, or bought calls at 36 and 10 cents. Now we're doing good today at 37.63. We're up about $1.50 in 5 trading days. And we'll stay in the trade because we can't lose. Stop loss is the second step down, second lower row of dots under the price. There's the first blue dot. Not going to put the stop there. That's our protection. There's the second dot. As long as you have these blue dots below the price, stay in the trade. You're safe. The blue dots tell us we're in an uptrend. Stay in the trade. You're safe. You've got a wall of protection called support under the price. Stops at 36, about 36.70. We're long from 36. Have to make money on the trade. Must be profitable. Those are the most fun. As you can see here, we had nothing but red bars and red dots and red X's, triple confirmation to short it or buy puts, and that was a winning trade going down. All right, let's take a look at an intraday chart. Very popular with Abletrend is the day trade. Although, doesn't matter, Abletrend works just as well. It's just as accurate for stocks, for futures, for Forex, for day trading, swing trading, end of day, longer term, whatever you want to do. Yeah, Darius, if you I emailed you two crude oil charts this morning, about 12 hours ago, and I also mentioned about the ideal times to trading it. So I gave you all that information about 10 hours ago. If you could check your email, be glad to talk about that. You're welcome. Our favorite market to trade is the mini NASDAQ, as you can see right here. Beautiful start to the day today. Wow, it was fun. Right at the open, we had a long signal. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X. Now, it went fast. So you had to really be quick. It wasn't an easy one to pick up. But serious Abletrend traders who robotically make the trades. By the way, 8 trades a day is our average. Last week's profit for the mini NASDAQ was 2,400. A couple people said they made a little more, but I always like to under promise, so this way I can over deliver. So let's just say 2,000 for the week. And Monday was a $300 losing day. We didn't start the week off good. Ended it up great. Really nice. The week before was a little bit even more. Let's just keep it ultra conservative and say 2,000 for the week again. Trading one lot between 9:30 and 4 o'clock New York time. For crude oil, Darius, crude oil starts moving early in the morning, and I'm talking New York time because I'm on the East Coast. So usually from 7 to 2 is a real good time to trade crude. Some days it might even start moving a little bit earlier than that. So 7 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon is nice. Would be the opposite, 7 in the evening to 2 in the morning, your time for crude. But I think that mini NASDAQ market is a much easier market to trade than crude. Crude is very volatile. It makes sharp, quick moves just like gold does. Trading is hard enough. Why not trade an easier market that trends a little bit smoother? Now, nothing is easy. I will guarantee you there will be losing trades and losing days. If it was that easy, the whole world would just be sitting in the computer trading. The hardest part is the emotional part. It's just not meant for everybody to do it. A lot of people try it. Most people just can't follow the signals. Say, why not? If it works so good, why can't they follow it? I can give tomorrow's trades today, tomorrow's results today to some people, they'll lose. You go, well, how's that possible? It's impossible. They just can't do it. And I get that. It's very difficult. It's not hard. I'm the first to sympathize and to agree with that because it's tough. It works on you mentally. I know the feeling, believe me. but it's just not for everybody. And that's okay. Certain things aren't for everybody. Nothing wrong with that. Totally understand. But after the beginning, the obvious buy signal right at the open, it was just smooth sailing all the way. Using the Able trend stops, you keep it at the second lower level of dots below the price, as I mentioned. But I like the 2 green bar exit when you're in profit, when you're in a nice profit. I go with the 2 green bar exit, which would be right here. 2 in a row, you put your stop loss 1 point below the bottom of the lower of the 2 green bars. First trade of the day. Beautiful trade, about 25 points, 22 points. Beautiful. Now I say, when do I get back in? Sweet spot. Sweet spot is a pullback back down to the blue dots, just like here. The bar goes from green back to blue again. However, the 233/500 tick chart must agree. I talk about this more in the one-on-one trading session. You will not get your money's worth unless you do a one-on-one trading session. I hate to waste money, and I don't want anybody else to either. I really, really care about everybody's money, and I want everybody to pay the least amount and get the most out of it, just like I would. That's only kind of natural, and I'm willing to do a one-on-one trading session with everybody who gets a trial. The sooner you do it, the better, because you're going to learn more in the 15-minute one-on-one trading session than you will the whole month trying to figure it out yourself. And I'll gladly do that, and it's included in the price, so why not? I certainly would love if somebody would do that for me, that's for sure. So as long as the tick agrees, we're going to take the sweet spot. And right about 10:32, actually about 10:30 is when the tick agreed on the sweet spot. So I came in a couple of minutes actually after the sweet spot. Right about in here was this. We're going to get in because that's when tick agreed. And the tick chart is fantastic to verify the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute chart. It works great. Yeah, and anybody, by the way, anybody in the options moneymaker room, Michael does a fantastic job of using AbleTrend every day, live, using his own money also. He'll tell you what trades he does and what trades AbleTrend. It calls out the AbleTrend trades, and he's a good friend and does a great job. So that's an option for you if you want to watch the trades live. Optionsmoneymaker.com. Good stuff. So after the sweet spot, we're in long. We just keep on rolling right along. Up, we're out right there. Red bar, red dot. That's okay. Made a little bit more money on the sweet spot too. So it worked out really nice. Then it got choppy. About a break-even trade there. A couple of small losing trades, although the dead zone was dead today. Here would be a buy signal. This one worked out okay. Picked up, maybe 5 points or so out on the red bar, red dot. So the morning session was really good. I think we were up about 30 points about going into the afternoon session because basically we call it 2 sessions. The morning session, the dead zone, we say is about 12:30 to 2 o'clock New York time. That'd be 9:30 to 11 Pacific. However, you have the option. You can trade during the dead zone. Some days it works out fine. We just very cautious. That's all we're saying. Be cautious. If you see it starting to, be kind of flat, like the VIX is at 14 today. You got to watch that VIX every day, the volatility index. When it's under 15, it generally means the market's going to be somewhat flat. Somewhat. If it's under 14, we even like to go to a 3-minute, 9-minute. And it was actually under 14 for a little while today. And that's why the 3-minute, 9-minute chart was excellent today. It was a killer. Larry, the 1 minute, 3 minute, and then the 233/500 tick. You can see it right here on my chart, right here. 233/500. That has to verify the 1-3 chart because that comes first. A buy signal will always come in earlier on the tick chart. Now we don't use it for exits because there's no advantage of using it on the you'll make too many trades. You'll overtrade. So just the 233/500 tick on the entries. Boy, does that help us out a lot on making sure that the 1-2-3 chart it's going to work out well. Not always. I keep saying it because I just don't want to mislead anyone. I don't want to set expectations correct. And I'll put Abel trend signals up against any other indicator, any other program, any other service. It won't even be close. But that's for you to find out. We strongly suggest when you get a trial, keep using your normal system or whatever method you use and test it against Abel trend. You'll see very quickly which one you like better. And it's up to you. It's just whatever you think. I only care about what you think. And if you do like it, we always have a little extra discount for you at the end of the trial before it finishes. And then at the end of the day, we had kind of a nice trade, as we seem to always have most days. That last 15 to 30 minutes is always a nice little pop. It turned out there was a nice little pop at the end of the day here today, too. So pretty cool stuff. Michael's saying, yes, he's saying after 3 months sim trading and really practicing very hard and doing everything by the book, and that's the key. And that's the hardest part. A lot of people just don't follow the Abel trend rules. They just use other indicators, or they don't believe in the signal, or they lost a couple in a row, and then they kind of lose faith, or they skip the day, and of course that's a great day that they always seem to skip. But again, if you have the ability to trade the rules and trade the signals, it's a game changer. I mean, it's you're gonna like what you see. It's different than anything else you've done. I guarantee you that. Darius, what is the ideal stop range? Again, it's always the same rules. We never change the rules. Previous lower small blue dot below the price. Here's the first blue dot. There's the second one. There's where the stop loss goes. You have to be like a robot and trade the Abel trend signals. The rules are very, very simple, but you have to be able to put your emotions aside and do it. It's been a very, very big winning month the past month, especially the past 2 weeks. Most people that I've talked to, and I talk to hundreds of people every week and get hundreds and hundreds of emails, made the cost of a license in the last 2 weeks. It paid for itself during their trial. Now, that isn't always the case. Sometimes the market is sideways and flat. Nobody can win when that happens. Not your fault, our fault, or anybody's fault, because nobody can control the market. But all I'm saying is, if you're strict and a serious Abel trend trader, not a tire kicker, not a part-time trader, I mean you're serious about it, and you follow the rules, you're going to like what you see, because I have thousands of emails from clients who just, now they're doing it every day, and they're able to make a living out of it. It's not for everybody. It's not easy. I know I keep repeating that because there are plenty of losing days, and it gets you down, and it works on your emotions. It's not for everybody. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. You just have to be, disciplined, and you will not find more accurate indicators. That's up to you to see, but I'll gladly help anytime. You'll get great support here. Denton, the third indicative value, you have blue bar, blue dot, and blue X. You have a 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minute chart, all combined into one. And then we have the tick chart up top to 233,500. We'll do more in the one-on-one trading session, and I do more in the Thursday webinar at this time, which is the advanced webinar. Michael says, can you put the stop a few ticks at the bottom of the initial entry bar, or only under the dot when it comes to the stops on the 2-hour daily? Absolutely, Michael, you can do that too. Yes, sir. But on the 2-hour daily, and on the daily weekly for stocks, we only use the dot. We use the previous lower row of small blue dots. You can test that out and see if you like that, putting it a little tighter, but I think that may be a little too tight. That's up to you. That's, user, we'll leave that one up to the user there. Michael says, thanks so much for everything. He does everything by the book. When review, it's a little easier. Absolutely, because that's where our emotions come into play. You're exactly right. Listen to you each and every week with such a moral and education booster. Thank you, Michael. I stayed in at the end of the day, and just like you said, was very happy that I did. Good job, Michael Z. Good job, my man. You're doing terrific. You're doing a great job. Very well done. All right, well, I hope that this was helpful. Again, I'm glad to help, so take advantage of it. Although some people go a little overboard, but that's okay. I like what I do. I'm always glad to help. Thanks for being here, and we'll do a little more on Thursday in the advanced webinar. And most importantly, anybody on a new trial, just call or email to me anytime. We'll set up a one-on-one trading session for you. I mean, I don't know what more anybody could ask, but the signals the past 2 weeks have just been extremely profitable. I mean, paying for itself, just trading one lot, ooh, that's pretty strong. I like the way that sounds. Not always going to be like that, because again, I'll be losing days, that's for sure. But if you got the discipline to stick with it, you're going to like what you see, and feel free to call or email anytime, because I'll gladly help you. Thanks for being here, everyone.